start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Trying to stand up, my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means?
Our chosen ones, don't forget, I said we're going to have a chosen one family reunion. So the event is just going to be based upon us vibing, enjoying each other. So those of you who are musicians and you want to perform in front of certain individuals, I got you. Those who are singers, I got you. Those who want to say certain, if you do open word, want to say certain things, I got you. We going to definitely put each other on. You understand me? Hey, so definitely, I'll say this again, in a few weeks, I'm going to open as far as the communication, like, hey, start sending me your stuff. So the songs that you are interested in performing, I got you. You understand? So we'll work it out, all right? So chosen ones, first and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know that voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, all right? So thank you so much. I want to definitely take the moment to thank you in advance for all your love, likes, shares, subscribes, your gifts, your kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. You understand me? And those, y'all was donating. Y'all been going, wow, I appreciate you. That love is being felt. You understand me? Every time that you donate, that's just, is basically that pay it forward in a sense. You understand me? Because that goes to somebody else. You understand? So I appreciate you so much, all right? So chosen ones, let's get started. I want you to realize, again, we discussed this. Your preferences are starting to change. The things that you wanted are no longer the same. You are growing. You understand me? So the type of partner that you once wanted is changing. The type of preferences that you had, certain things that you wanted for yourself, you starting to see certain things differently now, right? Because again, when you met certain individuals, you were still in the process of healing. So you could have been looking to them to heal certain parts that you had, certain holes in. And every time again, whether or not this is them that you was catering to, you were helping and healing these individuals, and every time you sat there and healed them to a certain extent, they went back picking those scabs again. You understand me? So you starting to realize that, nah, you don't like the same thing. But we're going to get started, chosen ones. I want you to realize that on this journey, it's all about perspective. So wherever your mind's at is what you're starting to manifest in. I want you to realize the thing that you are calling the most smallest part, the thing that you are downplaying the most about what you're doing. See, again, you are changing you, so therefore the views as well as what you would start to attract is changing too, right? So you downplay you because, again, I always say this, but some of y'all are looking for such the biggest events, the biggest changes. So that place that you want to move to, you waiting for. That house, that car, that partner. To you, if you get those things, you feel like, okay, you made it then, right? But what if I told you, chosen ones, that the main thing that you need to do is the thing that you look over the most about you? You have to realize that you had to plant that seed in a sense, right? Now the seed, I want you to think about growing. The seed is the smallest thing, but makes the biggest impact, right? Because without that small seed that you plant, there's nothing that's going to grow, right? So therefore, you realizing that, you had to realize you healing you starting to let go of certain things that people did to you. You no longer taking things personal. You no longer trying to live the blueprint that people set for you. You don't realize that that's a big achievement that you looking over right there. That was necessary. So you had to plant the seed within you. You had to be confident about what it is that you knew that you had the ability to do. You had to build that confidence up. You had to, again, heal yourself. You had to let go of certain childhood traumas that you've been through and be that parental figure that you needed other individuals to be towards you. You had to be that friend to you first. You had to be that lover to you first. You had to be a mother, a father, a sister, a teacher, all of these things to do for you first, right? And a lot of you are realizing or starting to realize that those small successes mean the most. So you planting that seed. No, that's you putting your eyes on that vision in a sense. You having that idea, like you want to start that business and actually getting started with it. That's that small seed. In order for you to be successful, you got to start somewhere, right? So in order for you to get that job, what you got to do? Apply to it, right? In order to get that house, what you got to do? Either save for it, you have to turn in that paperwork for it, whatever the case may be, right? So you looking over, you want these big achievements, but not realizing that you started the biggest part of it all, which was planting that seed. You putting your eyes and your mind on those things. That's what you start to manifest in. Once you made your mind up, you already made it. You understand me? So, chosen ones, I want you to take this moment right now and I want you to shout yourself out. I want you to say, I am proud of myself for whatever it is. So you proud of yourself for being confident. You proud of yourself for seeing through what other individuals were sending you. You proud of yourself for believing in you. You proud of yourself from disconnecting from certain individuals that no longer were serving you because that was necessary. That small seed, the thing that you thought wasn't ready anything, was the major thing. So in order for you to get success, what if I told you that you didn't realize you disconnecting from that person, that friendship that you knew wasn't truly for you, you stopped giving to these individuals that's always taken from you? What if you realized that that was where your success was at? That you was only in lack based upon who you was connected with. That God wasn't going to have finances come through for you because every time God gave you certain money, you gave it to these individuals. The people who didn't put that work in. It's almost like, again, that person who knows exactly when you're going to get paid in a sense, and all of a sudden, a day or two before that check gets deposited, that's when they come out speaking to you again. That's that tax time where they know that that money's about to come in. They have an expectation or an idea of the amount that you may get. So therefore, they come around checking in on you, but throughout the year, they ain't say shit, huh? All right. You better, listen, I'm so proud of you. You better be proud of yourself too. You starting to realize that them small steps that you were looking over was going to lead to the most success for you. You talking about that you want love. But you had to learn what love is, because the definition that you had wasn't the same pertaining to what those individuals before were giving. You had to realize what love is. Love is not going to have you feel restricted. Love, you don't have to compromise with it, because who you supposed to be divinely aligned with, they're going to automatically match it. There's not going to be no discussion. You understand me? So you're not going to have to compromise if it comes from the divine, and you better remember that. You not seeing the small successes that you doing, chosen ones. You take certain things that you've been through personal. When that really didn't have nothing to do with you, that was a lesson learned that needed to be learned for those individuals that you were connected to. See, sometimes you are hard on yourself because you feel like certain things fall apart. Okay, so you're not giving yourself credit because you feel like you're moving backwards, but there was times that you had to fully fall for you to even realize that your ass was slipping at all, but you catching on. So whether or not that's that person that you paid attention to the signs and synchronicities that God was showing, you went into it enthusiastic until you realized that they was putting on a facade, that they truly wasn't divinely aligned, so therefore you seen through that. I don't care if this was the second time this year that you didn't had to let somebody go. It's the fact that you paid attention to those signs and synchronicities. You understand me? So you already know intuitively what to do. Give yourself credit, because you keep faulting yourself for slipping back into certain patterns, but the fact that you were even catching on that you slipping in the first place, where are you giving yourself credit at? Because before you used to hit rock bottom at the rock bottom at the rock bottom, before you even acknowledged that certain shit wasn't right, you paid attention to your footing. You understand me? You started to, again, illuminate that light. Certain things are playing out for you, but you're not acknowledging it because you want that big boom factor. Not even realizing, again, look at certain things that you plant. There's a whole process that comes with it. First, you got to plant that seed. That's you making your mind up on what you want to do, what success looks like for you, what happiness is for you, what true love is for you, what supporting not certain requirements that you have, right? You had to plant that seed. So again, you set certain boundaries up. Before they get to know you, they notice you. So they paid attention to those boundaries too. They seen how you were speaking to yourself. So now they know how to speak to you. They seen how you carry yourself. So they know from a distance that there's certain things that they couldn't even come to you with. You understand me? What do I mean? Because if this is a player that's used to getting their way sexually, they looking at you, you celibate, they know that they can't communicate through sex like they usually do. So they're going to have to find their words to be able to express certain feelings towards you. They know what to try and what they can and cannot do based upon the blueprint that you sent for you and how you carrying you. That's how they going to adhere to you and sat there and planted that seed. You say that you no longer going to sit there because some of you then sat there and been selecting the best bums, basically. Energetically, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not talking about the finances. I'm not talking about materialistic shit. You've been choosing the bottom of the bottom. Who was the best out of that basic? You no longer doing that. Why would you limit yourself to these so-so ass individuals when you could be patient and get somebody who's operating at the same frequency as you? You got impatient. You got sick of waiting. Again, you wanted to be quick to jump in some shit when you seen signs and synchronicities that no longevity came with them. You got the signs and synchronicities. You've been new this whole time, but you've been working against you based upon your whole life. How other individuals been carrying you. So now you are starting to be that protector like these other individuals failed to do. You ain't had somebody to show you how to be a divine feminine and masculine because half of you was born into karmic ass families. You understand me? So not only that, y'all didn't know what a healthy relationship looked like. You had to learn that. You understand me? Because you ain't had no mother or father that truly loved each other. Either they settled for each other based upon the fact that they had you. So therefore, again, when you seen them, they seemed like they was always in a bad mood. You had one parent that was giving more to the other parent than the other person was. So now you seen that one-sided love, and that's what you was open up into. That's what you was allowing to flow through to you. You done taught yourself everything, and half the time you done raised the individuals who gave birth to you. Your mother was looking for love. She gave birth to love, which was you. Your father was looking for finances. Your father felt like he had to be away from the family to provide certain finances for them. Didn't even realize that God was like, if you make the best decision where you would be able to play a certain physical position, just know God was going to have those income come in. They wasn't going to have to work as hard as they was doing for it. But they had to make that choice. You got to let go of one thing in order to receive what's truly yours. They starting to see it now, though. See, chosen ones, this is why you don't take certain things personally. Lessons are to be learned. You understand me? So what does that mean? So you can sit there and say that you're so sick of having to be the person who leads the way. You can be talking about you so sick of having to help everybody else every single day. You can say that you so sick of this, that you so sick of that, talking about when you get the opportunity to come back to earth that you talking about you ain't coming back. How that work, chosen ones? You were selected. But I want you to realize how what you go through helps other people break through certain lessons. Now, what do I mean? So I want you to think about this, right? Either you're the person that's teaching these individuals the lesson, or you're learning the lesson on your own. Now, what do I mean? So you know how if you say it's snowy or icy outside, right? That's that black ice, that slip and falls type shit, right? So you watching from a distance and you see that up until this point, everybody who gets to this area, they start slipping. They start falling. What you gonna do? You gonna see that they falling and realize that you needed to make a different move. You see them falling, you like, damn, I'm sorry to see that. But you ain't trying to be that. So what do? You move differently, right? Okay, cool. So you see somebody that's, say you riding on your bike, or you riding your skates, and you see a little dip in the concrete, right? And everybody who, again, is on that skateboard too, or in those skates just like you, they a little bit ahead of you. They hit that spot before you do. What happens? They fall, right? Or if it was you who fell, everybody else seen exactly what not to do then, right? So you saved them. Yeah, you may have hit that ground. You may have hit that pavement. You may have scraped your arm up a little bit. But you survived, and not only that, you sat there and prevented other people from falling and slipping too. See, chosen ones, you have to realize that God selected you because you got that light. So although your biggest test is the fact that you have to go into unknown areas and lead certain packs, that's what you are equipped to do, because nobody has protection like you do, chosen ones. Not everybody has the privileges that you do. Not everybody that survived what your ass that made it out of either. You understand me? Says, think of how many people, you was in an abusive relationship. You got out of it. You escaped it. Yes, it may have been a process, but you made it. There's other individuals that lost their life dealing with somebody just like you. That partner could have went on to then again hurt somebody else or take their asses out, but they wasn't successful at taking out you. Why? Because you built differently. You had certain protection. I always give this an example. You see somebody ride, sitting there walking on that line, and from a distance, you like, yo, they tripping. Because if they slip up and fall a little bit, they might fuck around and die. You like, hey, yo. But the closer you get to them, you start to realize they got bungee cords attached to them. They have a net up under them. See, that's the same pertaining to you too, chosen ones. You were the individual that was the first to make certain moves, chosen one, because everybody behind you, one, some of them wasn't equipped with the same light as you. Some of them didn't have a GPS that was instilled in you. That's your intuition. That's your discernment. You understand me? Not everybody got those warnings, and not everybody is close to God like you, so therefore again that protection that comes with you too. So everybody from a distance seeing you jumping out there, in a sense, they called you crazy. You was the risk taker. You the person who takes those risks when everybody else is complacent and they dealing with that chaos. You were the one who moved away from it, right? That's almost like, again, somebody that's in a burning house and you telling them, hey, listen, you just gotta jump. And they sitting there talking about trying to talk themselves out of it, trying to convince themselves that they're going to be more hurt if they jump rather than if they stayed in that burning place, right? So you the first person that took that leap, in a sense, right? You didn't save the day. See, they didn't see you make certain moves, and now they know that they can get through those too. See, chosen ones, I tell you, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching you. You got people who look up to you that may not have even crossed paths physically with you yet. You done saved certain individuals from going through what you went through. You understand me? The fact that you so transparent and you so helpful, the fact that you speak your truth, you not even realizing that there's other individuals that you speaking the truth for them too. That their voice may have been silenced. And now you are the person that's getting them loud again. You the person that's, again, making them feel themselves again. You done sat there and took that leader position. So I tell you, and again, you think about school. Thank you, babies. God is not going to select certain individuals who didn't do that work, right? So if you think about school, that teacher who selected you as that line leader, why did they choose you? Because you listen when they talk to you. You do the work that you are given to do. You're helpful to your peers, the people that's around you. You always have a good energy. You so respectful. That's why they selected you. And what does that line leader do? That follows the teacher, and all them students behind you follow you, right? So you're not even realizing that you were selected as God's line leader, in a sense. He like, hey, yo, listen, you sit there and speak your mind. When I tell you to relay a message, you go ahead and do it. When I tell you to make a move, you don't argue with me and question me on why you should do it. You automatically get to it, right? You so respectful to people. You out there sending love, light, and abundance to them. You praying on behalf of them when they sit there and reach certain so-so situations. You sit there and are so willing to help them walk through too. You give them a shoulder to lean on when they feeling like they didn't have the ability to move. See, chosen ones, at times you don't realize the major position that you play in because of people that you was born around. Never said it, never acknowledged it, never appreciated it. Why? Because they didn't want to prosper, in a sense. They was complacent with their moves. They was complacent with that blueprint that other people set them to do. You were somebody that was supposed to come in and have things stir up a little bit. You were the person that was supposed to make those demons uncomfortable. You was the person that was supposed to say certain things that was going to hold them accountable. You understand me? So, chosen ones, you had to realize that you were selected. That is a blessing. That is favor. You didn't you thought that you wasn't favored. Whole time you was God's favorite. You thought that everybody else got attention over you, and the whole time God's been paying attention to you. That's why he's always volunteering your services. See, when you think about, if you a great ball player, right? You are real good at, say, you understand your shots or whatever the case may be. The coach ain't gonna bring up the bummy individual of the team who ain't practicing, who can't make no shot. He not gonna pick that person to sit there and be an example for other people on how to do certain things, right? So the fact that you're so good at getting out of certain circumstances that people send in your direction, it's almost like, again, you that example that God has. So you the best of this. So you better be wearing what you go through as a badge of honor, because you helping other individuals get through what they going through. Oh, you done sat there and went through heartbreaks? Now you can tell somebody else how to get over it. Oh, you done dealt with a narcissist? Now you can tell other people how to pay attention to certain signs and synchronicities that's showing up about it. Oh, you done battled black magic? Now you tell certain individuals how to get through when certain individuals are sending that shit to them too. See, chosen ones, you went through what you went through because, again, you was an example for other individuals. God knew who you was going to run into way before your ass did. God knew that at this point in time you was going to cross paths with that person, and they was going to need to hear a confirmation that he spoke through you. That's why it's so important for you to be attentive and obedient when God is speaking through you, when he has you make certain selections that you do you may not know at that time while you doing it. You understand me? So if you knew each time that what God had you to do was saving the other individual, you would take that initiative, right? You wouldn't even hesitate when it came to it, right? If you knew that if you told this individual a confirmation of something that God said to you, that could save their life, right? For them not to go through with that suicide, or them to not go through with that drugs, or get that over, whatever the case may be. If you knew that you were saving individuals around you, your ass would be moving a little bit differently. You understand me? You would be moving differently. See, chosen ones, you know how you can pick up a karmic within a divine person? You think of a karmic parent. A karmic parent, right? They gonna sit there and show they children certain shit that they don't need to see. They gonna be smoking around them, drinking it around them, listening to grown-ass music around them, letting them be around grown-ass conversations, so on and so forth. That's a karmic, right? Because they not thinking about the innocence of that child. They not thinking about holding on to that child's again. They innocence, they light. They just bringing them into that dark shit. That's a karmic, right? See, a true divine person, they not going to have their children around disrespecting, not going to be out here cussing, not going to be out here fussing, not going to be out here disrespecting, not going to be out here. You understand me? We not going to have, there's a difference. It's all about perspective. So let's talk, right? So you got to be able to pick up on things that are like you and individuals that's trying to imitate the divine energy too. Now, what do I mean? It's about perspective, chosen ones, right? So there could be a mother who has her kids with her all the time, or father too, divine masculines. We gonna shout y'all out. So you could be a divine parent. You got your children with you 24/7. They always with you. You never abandon them. You around them, right? But there's a difference. See, that divine feminine or masculine, they're going to have their kids respectful. They're going to be listening to them, having conversations with them, allow them to express their feelings. They're going to encourage them to pursue certain dreams and admirations that they have. Never feel that they energetically and lax. Going to prepare them for the world, but preparing them for happiness and abundance. They're not preparing them for the world to hate them. They preparing them for the world to embrace them. That's the difference. That true divine feminine and masculine going to have their children around, but they not going to have them around certain toxic shit. They not going to have feminine and masculines coming in and out around them. They're not going to have certain things. Do you understand me? There's a difference. Now, a karmic will act like they a divine feminine and masculine too, talking about they had their kids 24/7, but Where are you taking your children to? You talking about you got your kids all the time, but you taking them out while you drinking, while you out there twerking, while you out here doing all this shit. What are you putting them into? What are you introducing them to? So you can talk about how you have your kids all the time, but you're not doing the same thing as a divine feminine or masculine going to do. You understand me? Now, again, let's go about perspective. There's an individual that can say, oh, they embracing their children to step into their light, do the things that they want to do. That's not true. You out here trying to live through your children. What do I mean? See, a karmic is going to encourage their child to be popular, try to be cool, have them reciting certain things, doing certain things that don't feel true to them. You understand me? So that's almost like these individuals that try to pressure their children to be actors or actresses, try to be rappers or singers, whatever the case may be, right? Because that's what they wanted to do. But they didn't have the opportunity to do it, didn't have the confidence that came with it. So therefore now they trying to encourage their children to go in that direction. So that's almost like your mother was a nurse, now she telling you had to be a nurse too. Your father was a police officer, so now you feel that you have to go through that too. Your father, your grandmother may have been in the army, so now you feel like that has to pass on to you too. What may have worked for them doesn't mean that it works for you, chosen ones. So yes, you can respect what they did and what their choices were, but that doesn't mean that that's your direction. Your mother could have been, again, somebody that was complacent with staying home and raising the children, listening to what their partner told them to do, but that may not match you. You may be the person who's a good parent that's going to be around your children, but you're going to be building certain things up for yourself as well. You understand me? So again, the blueprint that they go through is not the same blueprint that God selected for you, and that's what you starting to see. See, you know when you see somebody with glasses and you like, let me try these on. See, sometimes it's a similar type of view as yours, right? So you think. Others, you can put them on and be like, hey, yo, what the fuck? Like, you could tell that vision is different, right? And what happens? You either going to bump into certain shit, or you want to get a headache from wearing their glasses, whatever the case may be, right? The same pertaining to your perspective and your purpose, chosen ones. It's not no one size fit all. You understand me? So you can't allow other people to set the blueprint for you. You have to allow these experiences and allow God to guide you to what you're supposed to be doing. See, you're going to realize what you've always done is exactly what you've always supposed to been doing. And you're going to realize that the things that you've always been doing is exactly what's going to be required out of you when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to your passion, when it comes to the line, you understand me? The path that God guided you to. So you could have been, I'll give an example for this, right? So for myself, right? Let's see. Hey, listen, hold on. You know we got to clear out this energy, baby. You don't get no recognition for negativity. You heard me? We all about love and happiness. So if you upset about what you got going on in your life, you not about to have that shit rub off on us. You heard me? You having a bad day, then you deal with your bad day. Don't try, chosen ones, you better let them know we don't do that. What you thought? Yeah. How we say you blocked, bucko, we don't do that. So clear out that energy. We don't match that. Now let me get back to what we were saying, chosen ones. Now, you see how simple that was? You see how simple? You ain't got to get all worked up. Baby. We not here to persuade you to think like us. We not here to persuade you to like us nor welcome us. We here being authentically us. So if you feel the need to interject or you feeling a certain type of way about yourself, baby, you not projecting that on us. If anything, we going to ruffle them feathers even more. You not going to be comfortable. We making those demons get their ass up out of here. You heard me? Chosen one. Simple as that, huh? All right, now let's get back to it. You heard me? Let's get, yeah. Y'all already know we don't, Oh, I ain't. That's, you know what that means? You know what that's an example of? Let me just say this. You know how somebody, they know damn well they ain't wear deodorant that day. They know damn well that they sweating and their body starting to stink. But they gonna sit there and try to bring the attention to somebody else to keep it off of them. So they knew that they ain't washed that ass. They knew that they ain't put no deodorant on. But what they gonna do? They gonna say, oh, somebody in here stink. Motherfucker, it's you. It's you, dirt. It's you, musty. It's you smelling like, you understand? It's you, funky, funk master flex. I'ma hit them horns. It's you. So y'all gotta be able to catch on to these karmics. Like, baby, it's your funky ass. It's your energy that's fucking up. Don't try, oh, somebody, it's you. We pointing at you. Because when you walk past here, and that's how you know, those people who's messing with your energy, you know. Because, shorty, we was in a great mood until you walked past. We ain't smell nothing until that start circulating from that ass. We got a little whiff now. We feeling sick now. You want to have an attitude about it. You knew it was you. Huh? Karmics, don't do it. Karmics. Now, we try to be nice. But you... All right. Huh? Funk master? We not doing it. And I ain't talking about... No. We ain't talking about a little... No. We talking about... Boy... You smell like, huh? All right, let's get back. Let me get back to our message shows and ones. I'm sorry. You understand? We just had to make sure. I just smelled a whiff energetically. Had to make sure we clink that shit up instantly. Like, no. Now, let's get back. Shows and ones. Similar to that vision, right? Again, you could wear the glasses of this person and you bumping into some shit. You got a headache behind it. The other individuals, you could say that's more so closer to your vision, but you don't know their eyes in a sense, so therefore, they may not be seeing what you seeing through those same glasses, right? So the same pertaining to you. You out here trying to live based upon what your mother told you is cool to do, what your uncle or cousin told you that you should do, what the popular people are doing, and that doesn't suit you. What you've been supposed to do is things that automatically came natural towards you. So again, let me give myself as an example in a sense, right? Chosen one. Since I was younger, they always said, hey, yo, you so loud. Use your inside voice. And I'm like, shit, I ain't got that. You understand me? I ain't had that. I've always been a person who spoke my mind. I've always been able to connect to anybody from different backgrounds. So I had goth friends. I had some country ass friends. I had some, you understand, sports type of friend. All of this. Always been able to relate, you understand me, and see through what other individuals was showing. So the same thing that people try to make you feel bad about liking, bad about being, is the same thing that was necessary in order for you to be in the path and purpose that God needs you to be in, right? So if they would have told me, hey, yo, be quiet, and I would have listened, I would have been out here disguising my voice, right? I wouldn't have been placed in this position then. God was like, hey, no, what happened? You out here speaking all quiet and shit. Now, what happened to that voice that we need, that loud mic? Where that's at? Oh, if I was somebody that was going to listen to the opinions of other individuals, then guess what? I would have sat there and been hesitant on the things that I'm relaying. I would have sat there and been quiet and would have promoted you to be complacent. So again, the same thing that you've always done is the same thing that you need to do. But people try to project energy on you to persuade you not to do it. They may not see your vision, but they not equipped to, chosen one. God will give you a quick glimpse. God will give you a quick glimpse on what it is that you need to do. He'll show you, hey, yo, you do this path, this love comes, this happiness comes. You got a little quick glimpse, right? See, at that time, you looked at it, you seen it, but since it was real quick, you thought that longevity didn't come with it. You started to doubt it a little bit, right? So you asking God for certain signs and synchronicities, and when he does come through, he'll give you a little quick. And then what you ask for? Can I get another one? Can I get another one? You wanted confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. What if I told you God only gave a quick glimpse to you because he seen who was watching you? He seen who was behind your back or to your side that was trying to see exactly what you was divinely aligned with. Certain people that been competing with you before you even realized that. So that's certain friends that the whole time you ain't even realized that they was trying to transform themselves into you. Certain friends that didn't want people to love or appreciate you. Certain family that wanted you to fail because they seen that they failed you. So therefore, if you would have failed too, you wouldn't have held that individual accountable. That mother who persuades you to be a bad mother in a sense, or not have certain hands-on connections with your children, because they failed you, so they want you to fail too. So again, you don't hold these individuals accountable. You had certain lovers that wanted you to be limited because they knew that if you really knew you would realize that they wasn't a person that you were supposed to be with. That partner that didn't want you to be shit because they wanted you to come back and need them. They knew that you was dependent on money. So they try to keep your finances limited. They talking about, oh, I got you. Talking about they'll provide it. But that wasn't the finances, their finances that they was putting in your hand. The whole time that was your shit. So what if you found out that you was limiting you for these individuals, thinking that they was providing stability for you, thinking that they was providing happiness for you, and really they was just taking your shit and renaming it, reboxing it. You understand me? I want you to realize that, chosen ones. You talking about how he or she provides finances for you, but because you see them as a provider for you, you're speaking that into existence because you keep speaking about how you can only get certain things if they're giving it. So then what happens? Now, your finances that God has for you, he putting in their hand and they leaving certain scraps for you. So what if you found out? That's almost like your mother leaving $20 for you to do what you want to do. And your sibling who's watching you gives you 10. Yeah, you feeling like, okay, 10's cool. You going to work with what you can do. But you not realizing that the person that's connected to you that stole from you, that you had more. That's what it is. You feel like that person's providing abundance for you. Why you think? That's what you allowing it to happen. That's all you thinking in a sense. So you breaking down your blessings and they leaving scraps for you. That's what's happening. Okay, so you think that you can't be successful unless you with this individual. But that's not true because before it was this person, it was another individual too. So your past partner, you once thought that you couldn't be shit because you was with them and they kept you restricted. Then you moved on, got on your things again. Then all of a sudden you started getting things deducted again. So you keep talking about you so sick of going through certain cycles, be balling and then limited again and balling and then limited again. But every time you was balling, you connected to certain people who were limited you in a sense. They had they blessings blocked, so they was coming through you to get it. You understand me? So if you keep talking about you keep having up and down time periods, I want you to pay attention to that. Because you done already been to the bottom, built yourself up several times. So now you're going to have to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that God's showing you. If you know you're doing your work, that means somebody around you's not. So if they are getting told that they don't get certain privileges because they ain't put certain work in, why do you think things ain't working for you? Because you trying to share your blessings with somebody that God said they not getting it. They did black magic, money magic. They don't have no finances coming in. You out here trying to sneak it to them in a sense. And God said, hey, yo, where they get that money from? Oh, you gave it to them? Thank you, baby. Oh, you gave it to them? Well, how about this? I'm going to take yours from you then. Because I told you they wasn't getting that shit. So think about, again, some of you are parents. Think about when you were a parent. If this child, you ask them, hey, yo, can you clean up? Can you act good? You speaking to them, they say they won't. They keep acting out. You like, all right, cool. See, you could say nobody gets anything then. But that's not fair to the children that are doing their work and listening, right? So you like, matter of fact, no. If you don't act right, then you don't get it. Specifically to that child who's not listening. See, they sibling, because then see them crying and try to give a little candy to them. And what you do? You like, matter of fact, you gave it to them when I told you not to. Now you give me yours as well. The same thing happens pertaining to God as well. God's like, hey, don't get him none of that. Don't get him no money because they don't know how. No, last time they had money, they try to put prices on people. Said last time they had money, they try to make it seem like they were better than the other people that they were around. Last time they had money, they try to throw this in other people's face. Last time they had money, they try to do this, try to do that. So no, they don't get it. And you out here, but they crying. Oh, they really hungry. Oh, they really need this. And God said, what I say? Some of you You're going to have to distance yourself. You ain't going to want to witness that. That's almost like, again, you seeing somebody getting yelled at or corrected and you feel bad because you start to see them react. But then what happens? You got to think of how many warnings that they got before that. How many times did they get told, hey, yo, listen, you do that again, I'm going to pop your hand. You do that again, I'm going to take your toy from you. You do that again, you're not going outside. You do that again. And they kept doing it, right? So, therefore, you can't sit there and just... You understand? You can't sacrifice what God is giving to you for an individual who refused to listen or do the work that he was instructed to do. That's some of y'all's children as well. So you pride yourself because your family, your mother or father was never there financially to help you. You never had somebody that could give you certain things, right? So whether or not that was you needing help with bills, you ain't had nobody to help you. You had to help yourself. You had to figure it out. You ain't have nobody to, pass down this car to you. Give this land, whatever the case may be. So you try to, based upon what you went through, you try to make sure that the individual that you are connected to or gave birth to don't go through what you went through, but you not realizing that at times you are creating a spoiled, ungrateful individual. They aren't appreciative like you was when you was a child. You was appreciative if you got something simple. If you got something, just a little snack. But you out here giving them cars, giving them houses, watching their kids, raising their child, all of this shit. They are holding you accountable for what they going through, but they only limited because they out there sleeping with some so-so ass individuals. They had children with some deadbeats and keep letting them come back in. They had a house, but they got kicked out based upon the fights that they was having in them. They sat there and they get all of these opportunities that they had. But you feel bad because you feel you putting yourself in their shoes. And I always tell you, chosen ones, that's not what you're supposed to do. If energy is only created, can't be created nor destroyed, only transferred or transformed, what does that mean? That means, again, you talking about you putting yourself in their shoes. Okay, well, you about to go through what they going through then. Have you ever had somebody call you and on that conversation you excited and they upset and you help them and at the end of the conversation they happy and now you stressed and now they was talking about the troubles that they were having and now that's the troubles that you start to have because you done switched out roles, you done transferred that energy in a sense. Oh, nah. You had to learn certain lessons and you pausing their progression because they not even finding their strength because every time they need something, you there to help and assist them. They need money. They done splurged it and went out all week. All weekend went out with their friends. Then bought new hair, got their nails done, all of this shit, right? But when it comes to those bills, now they don't got it. Now they got to come to you. But you ain't get your hair done, your nails done. You ain't do none of these things because you were saving the money because you had certain moves that you needed to do. So you talk about how you couldn't do it for you, but if they need you, you so quick to do it for them. You talking about how you can't go out this place because they gonna need you. Oh, nah, I can't go out because I got to watch so-and-so's kids. They are not your children. Yeah, you're there to assist them. And yes, at times it takes a village, but it takes everybody in that village to be playing a position, just not you. You understand me? You done sat there and is trying to make up for certain things that you put your children through when you initially gave birth to them. So what do I mean, chosen ones? You could have had your children at an early age. So that first child is typically the child who's going to be with you to experience certain things, right? They done seen you struggling, seen you in maybe unfavored as far as relationships. They may have seen you getting abused, could have seen you suffer through certain addictions, whatever the case may be, right? So there's a part of you that wants to make up to that individual so bad that you are pausing a progression because you allowing them to get away with everything because you feel like you owe that to them. Not even realizing the fact that you changed who you were, that's what you needed to do then. You understand me? It's not your child just seeing you as a addict. Now you're sober. Give yourself credit. You did that, and they are around to witness it. You understand me? So that's almost like your children talking about, damn, you a nicer mother than you was when you had us. This is a healed version that they getting now. You understand me? So I want you to realize, chosen ones, you did what you needed to do. But you need to be understanding, of course, what they went through. You took accountability, but this isn't for them to stay in that victim mentality. If you used to do drugs and they witnessed that, You talk them through it. You explain exactly why you do what you was doing then. You speak your truths, but at the same time, once you do, they can't keep holding that over your head. They gonna have to heal them too. They gonna have to learn to heal like you did. And sometimes you can guide them in the right direction. That doesn't mean that you're gonna be the stepping stool or they gonna keep stepping on you. Now you done had a child with a karmic, and now that child then became that karmic too. Now they putting you through what that past partner did as well. Huh? No. You need to give more credit to yourself. It's a learning experience. See, again, I'll give myself an example. My son, right? He about to be 18. My son, right? He didn't experience with me trying to find certain jobs that align with his school schedule. He didn't see me have to go from this job, not have no sleep, go take a shower and get dressed for the next job position. He didn't witness that. But you know what he also witnessed too? Me go from trying to figure out how to work with other jobs, school schedules, and all of this, to now me and my own business setting the schedules for it to adhere to. Him seeing me be in a state by myself, no family around, me having to figure it out. You understand me? Taking them everywhere with me that I needed to go to. Now guess what? Now he's in a position where he got his own business. He ain't gonna have to work for other individuals unless he chooses to. Now I take him to certain shows with me as well. See, if you're gonna have them go through and experience and be there with you when you wasn't doing the things that you felt that you was supposed to or that you could do, then you need to have their ass around to witness this greatness that's coming in as well. You understand me? So if they witnessed you when you wasn't at your best, then they better witness this comeback then. You understand me? Chosen ones. I'm trying to tell you. You better know that. You are not no failure. You a failure if you never tried. You a failure if you never do. And even if you slip up and take a few steps back, guess what? You still keep it moving. So, chosen ones, give yourself credit. You understand me? Certain relationship dynamics too. There's certain people that are right now getting triggered because now you starting to get confidence within you. The things that they used to do to you no longer work. That's that baby mother, baby father telling you that you were never going to be nothing. Oh, you ain't never going to have nothing. You couldn't get nothing. Nobody's going to want you. Whole time, in that time, you really allowed what they said to have an impact on you. But then if you think back, you like, damn, somebody said that same thing before I met you. So if you say I can't meet another person and nobody's going to want me, then you understand me? You got to realize that. Yeah, you can have multiple children, have multiple children's fathers and mothers too. They talking about nobody will ever want somebody with 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, 6 kids, whatever the case may be. See, that's not the case. Because why did they want you then? Why are they currently feeling a certain type of way? Or, again, if there's a person, see, that's why I say be cautious what you say. You hear me? Because that one person who's talking about nobody will ever accept you and your children, the next person is praying to cross paths with somebody who's as fertile as you, somebody who's a great mother like you, a great father like you, so on and so forth. Somebody who didn't have an opportunity to have their own children, so therefore they are excited at the fact that you didn't build a certain foundation. Somebody who wants 20 kids. See, you can say you don't want no more kids now based upon a past relationship that you was in. That person wasn't shit, put all the pressure on you. You had to take them to school, take them to doctors, figure out how you was going to pay shit, get certain clothes for them because the other person wasn't playing their position. So you sitting there talking about what you won't do because of what that other person wouldn't do. Didn't even realize God's going to throw in a certain person that's going to be able to provide certain things for you, so you're not doing it all by yourself. So now you thinking of things differently. Now you talking about a few more kids won't be too bad because you seeing things differently. You understand me? So what didn't work for the first person don't mean that it won't work for the next. But if you're going to allow that past person who chose to not step up to their position, didn't know what they had when it was right in front of them. Certain people who, again, didn't want the love, light, affection, abundance that came with you because the work that they had to do in order to get to it, right? So if you are going to, why would you, and think about this, chosen one, because some shit you got to hear out loud, right? Why would you allow the person who refused to play the position for you stop you from entertaining somebody who's prepared to play the position for you? So that's almost like your children's father or mother not stepping up and wanting to play a position for your kids. Now you have somebody else who's loving and accepting of them, but now you scared to be with them because this past person who chose not to play their position is now telling you what you better not do. Oh, you better not have nobody else around your kids. Motherfucker, you not even around them. Oh, you better not have somebody in that house. You don't even you don't even know where your kids live. Oh, you better not. You don't have no say-so because when you had the opportunity, you chose not to go with it. So what do you look like listening to somebody who failed to play their position then? They talking about they don't want to do it but don't want you to do it too. What does that sound like? You be a fool if you listen to them. You had the opportunity. Half of them, they had first dibs on that family tip. They had first dibs on the abundance, the love, prosperity, all the things that you was trying to give. They ain't want it. And you know how there's certain kids that don't want nothing or don't want that toy unless they see somebody else playing with it. Oh, nah. Baby, they so used to you. Every time they throw a fit or cry a little bit, you like, can you give it to them? Matter of fact, okay, I'm going to stop talking to so-and-so because they acting mad. Oh, so-and-so, when I have a boyfriend, now they don't want to help out with their kids. What you look like? They talking about they don't want to help with your kids because now you got somebody else that you connected with? Okay, well, it's looking a lot like child support then. You either get the choice to make and play that position that you're supposed to do, or if you fail to, then you're going to be held accountable. There's some of them that's going to convince you, oh, nah, don't do child support. That's a bitter baby mama deal. But you limiting yourself and your child because there's certain things that they want to do, but you haven't worked it out, and they would be able to do more had they other parent been doing more. So what does that sound like? Huh? Or those feminists, now you done had certain people that you was with. Because some of y'all was victims of that too, were fools of that too. You was with somebody who truly didn't accept your kids. You have a child with this person now, and they don't want the other person to be around. They telling you not to get your other child because they upset about the other baby mom. How that sound? You dumb ass shit. If you willing to walk away from your kids, have somebody else step up and play a position for them because somebody else told you what you can and cannot do. You a fool. You a fool, and guess what? Karma and consequences is coming through. Don't you sit there. They talking about who you better not have your child around. They mad. See the Future, Sierra, and Russell Wilson type of scenario. Future was an effed up father. He chose not to play a position. He's the type of person that teaches their child that it's cute to put their middle finger up, be twerking, doing grown positions, grown this, grown that. But got enough nerve to be mad at somebody else who stepped up in the areas that he's lacking in. Have somebody teaching your child morals, love, respect. See, if you upset because you no longer connected to that past person, so now you mad because somebody else is stepping up and playing a position for your kids. See, if you knew better, you do better, because the more love that's truly surrounding them, the more beneficial towards them. You understand me? You better cut that shit out. We not letting no. And again, I told you that your taste buds is changing too. See, I gave you an example, the lives on my YouTube. So if you want to watch this after this, but chosen ones, there's some of you that your taste buds is changing. You don't want the things that you used to do. Experienced and taught you a lot about those things, right? So before you could have wanted somebody who was seen arrogant, confident, acted like this, acted like that. Now you like, that don't work with what I'm doing now. I don't like that now. I don't like the flavor now. I don't like that decision. So you change it. Now you don't want somebody that's arrogant. You want somebody that's confident. Now you don't want somebody that everybody's scared of. You want somebody who's a protector. You don't want somebody who, again, buys you certain things to show they love. You want somebody who has the ability to speak those words too. See, you could have been waiting on a specific person, but I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. See, again, I'll speak on behalf of myself. See, on that twin flame journey, of course I had a preference. I would have preferred to do this journey with you. But if you chose not to step up and play your position, I'm open to other love coming through. You understand me? You have to realize, chosen ones, that things change. Your preferences change too. But if those individuals that you are connected to fail to change and you need to change your view, you're going to have to let them go. You understand me? Your taste is changed. So when you first went into the store before, you could have got a raspberry with some sprinkles on it, with the waffle cone. Now all of a sudden, next time you come in there, I want the waffle cone. See, yeah, that raspberry was good, but I think I want to taste the watermelon this time. See, instead of the sprinkles, I don't need the sprinkles. I think I want some Reese's on the side. See, you get to change your preference. Oh, now before you needed somebody to be flashy, now you want somebody to be flashy when it comes to you, show you off, embrace you, be proud of you. Huh? Oh, before you could have wanted somebody to have all these funds. But now you realizing that that person working all the time leaves no time for you. That person who is chasing money and dreams, and I don't even say dreams, chasing money to obtain certain things that they already had. You starting to see certain things differently, chosen ones. You have a preference, you get to select. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. You better know that. You get to choose what you want. See, again, you have to realize that there's somebody who's divinely aligned for you, somebody who's a reflection of you, but you will not find that person unless you are being you, chosen ones, because the same way that you looking for signs and synchronicities, they looking through signs and synchronicities about you. So if you're somebody who, they're like, damn, I love somebody, I love my partner to be creative. Okay, cool. But if your partner is a creative person but is not allowing anybody to see it, they don't believe in themselves. So if they're not showing that to you, you are going to look over that individual because you're looking for something specific. You have your list in a sense. So that's like some of y'all work at warehouses where you like the picker, where this person has an order and you got to make sure you get everything that's on that order log and put it in that box to go have it shipped out. So there's some of you that's looking for certain things, but the other person is not being there. You looking for love. Okay, you got love, cool. Oh, you don't got confidence. Okay, nah, confidence, you missing in that. You done checked 9 out of 10 things on the list. If you don't got a 10 out of 10, that ain't your person in. If you like, oh, well, they handsome, but they really like player waves. Oh, they so cute, but they really don't compliment me. Oh, they a go-getter, but they also don't want that family life. Oh, they cool business-wise. We look good on paper, but in the picture is something different. You understand me? So you get to look on your list to see what it is that you want. You understand me? And just like they say you can make a change to your order, you can do that too, especially when you're in the process of manifesting. That's why you have multiple partners that's coming through. Every partner based upon a time phase where you was actually manifesting somebody in. You understand me? So if you sit there and, again, during this time period, you thought that love came with this person who could show off certain things, had all this money, but they didn't have love, couldn't communicate with you, they were so secretive, didn't want to let no individuals know that they loved you, somebody who's not going to defend you to certain people. That's not your person. You understand me? You have to realize, again, you get to select the type of person that you want to be with. But just know that right now, as your abundance is coming through, everything that you've been waiting on is coming to you. Best believe that multiple people, based upon the manifestations that you once had come in, are going to cross paths with you. And you have to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities about them. So it's like, damn, you cute, but nah, I think you were the manifestation from back in the day when I kind of wanted somebody who had a little bit of ego. You not it. Oh, damn, I think you the one where I wanted somebody to have abundance. Yeah, you not it. Oh, you the person that I wanted, that they had to have a certain type of car or clothes. Yeah, you not them. Because the person now that you starting to realize everything that you wanted is going to have an element of all of those people that you was with. You understand me? So everything you could have liked, this person was a go-getter. This person you got along, perfect personality. This person wanted the same things as you. This person you loved how they spoke to you. This person you loved how they felt next to you. This person you loved how they loved everything about you. You are going to see certain things from every stage and phase of your manifestations come in. So the past person that you wanted before, that you was praying for, oh, they gonna come and arrive, and you gonna have to politely let them down, because that's not no longer you. You attracted them or manifested them based upon the things that you once wanted with that individual. But now you starting to realize what you wanted at that time wasn't really what you wanted at that time. It was what your people told you what would have been better for you then. You understand me? Oh, your mother said your lover gotta have some money. They gotta have that. Okay. Now all of a sudden you got somebody with money, but you don't feel no love to them. They don't show love to you. They're not appreciative. They try to buy or bribe you. You like, nah, that's not what I want. That could have worked for mama. That could have worked for your father, but that don't work for you. Because what is money when you don't have somebody who truly loves you? If that person is all about money, then that means that a price comes with your loyalty in a sense. So if that person is all about money, chosen ones, that means that they're going to look over their morals for that money. And they wondering why they keep attracting the type of people that they attracting. You are the corporate. You wondering why you keep getting gold diggers or masculines or feminines that's all about what you can do for them. That's all you focused on. You talking about, oh, right now I'm going to get my bread before I attract my person in. You moving backwards then. So guess what you manifesting in? Somebody who's only going to want you based upon that finances that you have. But if you was limited, they no longer want your ass. If you wasn't out there in that fresh polo, then whatever the case may be, if you wasn't all flashy, they wouldn't even see you then. See? Hear me out and excuse me because you know I got a clue, right? Chosen ones, I seen somebody just say that you'd rather be alone. When you say that, I want you to say you'd rather be alone than with people who don't belong around you. Don't you isolate yourself. Don't you keep yourself to yourself. You understand me? When there's somebody who's properly prepared to play a certain position for you, when there's people praying to cross paths with you, when somebody right now is waiting to see your beautiful smile, hear that loving words that you say, somebody that can't wait for you to tell them what you had planned that day, somebody that can't wait till they see your name pop up on their phone. Don't sit there and say that you'd rather be alone. You'd rather be alone than with people who don't serve you. But you better add some extra to that. You talking about how somebody that you supposed to be aligned with to save them, how they gonna get saved if you staying to yourself then? How is that person who don't believe in love right now, how are they gonna believe in love again if you don't come around? How are people gonna believe that their prayers are coming true because they waiting to come in contact with you, that God provided a confirmation to provide that individual? So no. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not chosen one. I told y'all this. I'm not hearing this shit. I'm not hearing this shit. I'm not hearing this shit. You're not about to be by yourself. You're not about to, no. You're not about to be less abundant. You're not about to be, no. And you watch your mouth too. Listen, I'm going to get on y'all's asses. You talking about you stuck. No, you not. No, you not. Because even if you think about that quicksand, somebody would say that they stuck in that sand until they start pulling themselves out of it, huh? You not no stuck. You just a little exhausted right now. How they say you could be a little hangry right now. Shit, you might need to grab a Snickers. Might need to grab some of this sunlight. But cut that shit out. I'm not playing with you. You sitting there talking bad about you when you got all these other MFers talking about you right now too. They done called you ugly all damn week, but you have enough nerve to call yourself ugly too. You better, man, I'm not playing with you. Cut that shit out. Who taught you that? Your mother said that shit to you? Cause she was stuck in a messed up ass relationship with some messed ass up individuals? Yeah, what you think? You feel like you stuck because of people that you around? That's almost like, man, listen. You good, baby. Cut that shit. I'm not playing with y'all. Who you talking to? I don't care if you talking to yourself. Who you talking to like that? Talking about what you can't do. Who? Because Charles is asked and said that you couldn't. Now, let me say Charles, because you know every fucking hood got a lying-ass Charles. Because Charles ass told you that you wasn't shit today. Because he done told you that when you cook that meal, he talking about it don't taste the same. Charles, you don't get the fuck on. Get your ass on. Charles talking about what his mother used to make. Motherfucker, I done been over to mother's house. She ain't made shit. You what you talking about? That's like somebody who's used to Easy Mac and they talking about your homemade baked mac and cheese ain't shit. Well, that's your preference because your mother couldn't cook no shit. What the fuck? You used to eating that runny ass Easy Mac. Now you got a problem about that real shit, huh? You believe in that? Charles talking about, oh, well, it ain't working out. And speaking of work, Charles, you ain't work all damn week. You done walked out and walked back in. What's going on? Charles, you talking about the next woman would do? Well, shit, she boo-boo the fool right now. What? How they say, homie, don't play that and smack the shit. Y'all know in living color. Don't try to act like you don't. What you mean? You listening because they limited. They don't have the ability to move like you move. They don't got the ability to do what you do. And you talking about what you can't do because they can't do it. You better, listen, I told y'all that some of y'all keep crying to God, pleading certain things out. God, this is happening. God, this is going on. God's like, hey, yo, I know that ain't, God done turned down the music. Like, I know that ain't hey, yo, what's she over there hollering about? You know, you turn it down like, what? What's going on? You listening for it? Like, what's going on? You over there crying. God like, what you crying for? You talk about, it's dark over here. He like, why the fuck you in the dark? Turn these lights on. What you mean? Oh, because so-and-so said that we couldn't turn the light on. Then get away from them dark-ass beings. That's like you being in a room full of demons in the dark. You out here calling a God, talking about, God, it's dark here. He like, turn these motherfucking lights. What the fuck? Sarah, turn these motherfucking lights on. What you mean? That's like God having bread in your pocket. That's the wealth that's within you. Them friends around you can't go to the store. And you talking about you couldn't go too. You got bread. Yes, you can. You just got to get away from their asses. What you mean? What you talking about? Talking about you broke. You talking about we're broke. Who's we? Did you check your pocket? Did you check your pocket? They can't eat. They mother didn't leave them with no bread. That's that black. You understand? They stuck in the cycles that they in. They got caught. They can't go in the store because they got caught stealing. You can walk your ass in though. You can't go with them. How Shorty said, ooh, he got money. What you mean? You talking about you can't. You are not them motherfuckers you around. Again, God's keeping certain things from you based upon who's around you. Now, let me give this last example, chosen ones, right? There's certain things that you currently praying for right now, right? Now, hear me out. You praying for certain things. God, can I have love? God's like, hey, not right now. You like, God, can I get this $1 billion right now? God's like, not right now. Just hold on. You like, God, can I go to this party? God's like, a little bit, but you gonna have to leave. You understand? So you sitting there saying all of these requests, right? And throughout your prayers, like, God, you want this, you want this. Think of all the things that you said. You was out here acting like it's a Christmas list. God, I want this, I want that. I want him, I want them, I want that. All of these things, right? See, God kept saying, hold on. Not right now, right now. See, that's equivalent to you going to your mother. You see a commercial where you like, hey, that new toy. Hey, Ma, can I have this? And she like, nah, we'll see. You like, what? Hey, Ma, I seen these new shoes. Can I get these shoes? Nah, we'll see. You like, what? Hey, Ma, can I go to this party? They like, yeah, you can go a little bit. So you go to the party. But right when you about to have fun, you like, damn. Your mother said, all right, it's time to go. You out here huffing and puffing. You done call her all type of big back bitches under your breath. Her big ass always in that. And when I say big back chosen ones, I mean it ain't nothing to do with your back. Shit, her back could have been big, but I'm talking about that chip on that shoulder, that ego. That's how your shit looking swelled up too. But hear me out. You caught talking all this shit under your breath like I can't have nothing. You talking about I asked you for the toy. You talking about you ain't have it. I asked you for the shoes. You said you ain't have it. Now you couldn't buy the shit, so I just asked you if I could be around some people to play with them, and you still tell me I have to leave. So you over there talking shit. You in the back of the car just mumbling, talking about you can't wait to leave. Some of y'all was little kids who try to hurry up and talk about you. You understand that you running away. Grab your little bag and shit. You understand? You talking big plans like, yep, and when she needs it, I'm putting her in her home. Some of y'all said that shit too. You was talking big boy shit in the back of that seat, right? See, all of a sudden, as you riding, you still huffing and puffing. You talking shit. You mad like, let's get to where we going, right? All of a sudden, the car stop and you look up. You outside your favorite spot. That jump house, that laser tag, that salon, whatever the case may be. Something that you wanted, that you said that you wanted. You stop, you look up, now you looking at your people funny. You like, wait a minute, what we doing here? They like, well, that's why I told you that we had to leave. You couldn't, them people couldn't come with you. I sat there and told you that you had to leave that party early because this is where I was taking you. You like, what? Wow, all of a sudden you get in there. You see a table set up. It's a party for you. You like, hey, yo, what? All of a sudden, as you start to unwrap certain things, what do you see? Those shoes that you was asking for. See, God said you couldn't have that at that point in time because he had already grabbed them for you. See, you took it as you wasn't getting it. Whole time he said that you couldn't have it then because this was a present that she was going to have, something that was going to be surprised, right? You sat there and looked over, unwrapped this. Wow, it was that toy that you wanted. They like, yeah, I noticed your eyes would light up when you looked at it. I seen you looking at the TV screen. See, I grabbed it for you. See, they was paying attention to you, but you was out here talking big shit, right? You was mad. Because at that moment you wanted it, didn't even realize that they had already grabbed it. So, all of these things are starting to play out. Now you starting to realize that it was already for you. You already had it. You was taking it as you was lacking. You got mad. See, there's times that you got upset with God. There's times of you that got upset because it didn't come at that time. That doesn't mean that God wasn't paying attention to your prayers that you was saying. That's you unwrapping that love finally arrived. That business position. That child that you prayed to have and come into fruition. This love and acknowledgement. This soul tribe. This recognition. All of this. You ain't even realize God had grabbed that for you. That person that he seen your eyes light up. But you ain't know how you was going to be around them, how it was going to happen. God was like, it's already done. It's already done. You don't even know. I didn't already talk to them. We did already plan that they going to come to this party. But you out there looking like you lost your best. As soon as you sit there like, all these things are nice. They like, what's going on? You like, yeah, it's just one thing missing. Like, all these nice things are cool, but I wish so-and-so was here to deal with it too. You ain't even realize they tapped that shoulder. You look around. Now you smiling. You ain't even realize that they was on their way to you. You ain't even realize that certain things had to be a secret. You ain't even realize that God was aligning certain things the whole time. He knew who you wanted to be with. He knew who was right for you. He had them working behind the scenes too. You ain't even realize all the things that they had to do. They had to get this person to take this person this far, and they had to pick this person up from there, and all of that. You understand me? So God hears what you saying, and you got you have an attitude, but be patient. You talk about nobody ever does anything nice for you. You talking about nobody ever gave you a surprise party, but you out here trying to ruin your own surprise because you got to know everything that's going on. Nah. Know that when you hear that surprise, everybody showed up for you and they there on time. Know that everybody noticed certain things that made you smile. Everybody noticed certain things that you was praying on and thought that wasn't going to come. They seen how excited that you were and that you was willing to still make the best out of the situation, but they still seen that there was something that you was missing in a sense, and now they came and brought it. You hear me? So I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, you just trust the process. But again, you're going to have to step outside of yourself to see your progress. Because you're not giving yourself credit. Before that person came in, God had you healed you. Because how you used to talk to individuals when you got upset, you couldn't talk to that individual like that. The way that you used to get so upset and couldn't express yourself and you run away or you try to cut them off or distance yourself, you couldn't do that with them. Because they sat there and went through their own abandonment issues. So you would have just been re-triggering to them. God had you and your person work yourselves out. Had to get certain things straightened out before he aligned you two together. You understand me? There's multiple soulmates. Now, there's only one twin flame. We're going to keep that shit funky. But the goal is, people always say it's not, but the goal is for you to be with that divine feminine and masculine. But you also have to realize that there's certain individuals that's not going to be willing to take that trip. They have to be, when God told them, hey, you got to leave at this time to be there, they got that same warning as you. So if they chose not to do it, they chose not to do it. But it doesn't mean that God's not going to bring somebody else through. Yeah, that person knew you because they knew you because you was a part of them too. But there's other soulmates that can pick up on your energy. So they know certain truths too. There's certain soulmates like, listen, I know you really wanted. That's almost like a stepfather that knew that you really wanted your real father to show up. But was like, listen, I know you really wanted them here. But I can take you to the daddy-daughter dance if you want me to. You understand me? So, although you would have preferred this individual, if God passed somebody that's like, listen, right now, I know you want them to go with you, but right now, we need you to bring that baby through. And right now, they not up for it. So, you have to make that decision. You on the timeline, chosen ones. So there ain't no rushing your process, but you got to be obedient when God's telling you to do something that he's telling you to do. You understand me? Because you had to plant this seed. Again, I always say like growing. You have to plant this seed in spring. This seed got to get planted by fall in order for that produce to start coming, right? So there's certain things that need to get done now. And if that twin chose not to step up, play their position because they already know who you are. But if they holding on to that path, you can't ruin, you not risk to take, or you not planting that seed and everybody else is going to starve because that person chose not to show up and help you dig and plant that harvest. No. So yeah, you would have preferred them, but shit, I speak on behalf of myself. I always say, yeah, I love my twin, but baby, I'm open for love. I am love. You heard me. So whether or not that's from my twin, whether or not that's from my soulmate, but best believe, again, let me tell you, if you a twin and it's you being a runner in a sense, you better get your shit together. Because you know what type of twin that you have, somebody that is not going to entertain just anybody. And once they locked in, they locked in. So just know, they better know that time is counting down for them. Because as soon as they see somebody else step up and is prepared to play that position and now you locked into them, you're not going to leave that person just because this is your twin. Nah, you're going to have to make your decisions. They done sat there and settled for karmics that was hurting them, limiting them, pausing the progression of both of you. You had to go through certain black magic that they were sending to you through your individual. They was doing sex magic on them, so that black magic rubbed off on you. They was trying to keep you two together, so they sat there and put you through certain illusions. They wanted that person to be financially limited, and they knew that if that person came to you, that you would help them. So therefore, that karma tried to send magic to you to keep your finances fumbling. Like, you done went through some shit, so no. If they not learning to fight back, or they not there to fight, they not on your right or your left, then you going to have to stop fighting on behalf of them. That's almost like seeing somebody in an abusive relationship and they keep getting beat up. And every time you help them, they turn on you and go back to that person. Nope, you don't want to get help, then you got to learn to downplay. You understand me? But chosen ones, when you chose, anything you touch turns to gold. So even that soulmate is locked in. You understand me? But again, that twin is upset or scared from abandonment issues, they going to have to get through with that. That ain't for your true divine person. They didn't already carry themselves through abandonment issues, carry themselves out of feeling negative about them, carry themselves out of getting attacked by certain black magic and demons, carry themselves out of that darkness. So therefore, you're going to have to carry your ass too. You can't expect that person to then carry themselves to you, and now they got to carry everything that comes with you. No. So what work did you do? Did you heal you? Are you willing to defend me to the world? See, I always say this again. See, I couldn't get into that. But chosen ones, I always got to listen to God be like, not right now. It's not right now. But no, you are there to help guide them, but you are not there to force them. How they say you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can tell them, hey, yo, this is replenish you. This is healthy for you. You could tell them all that thing, but if they chose not to do it, then they still going to be thirsty. They going to dry out. They going to fizzle out. You understand me? So, chosen ones, no. You go to where you need to go to, but you be open. You understand me? You pay attention to signs and synchronicities. They give you red flags, you cut off from their ass, but chosen ones. You got love coming in various forms. You get to check, select. I'm telling you, literally chosen ones. See, I stay to myself, but I'm telling you, this not on no cocky shit. I don't got to say that, but I'm going to say that. Do you know how many people have been reaching out to me? See, people used to be a little standoffish because I could see through what they showing me. So certain people didn't like to step to me because they like, nah, shorty can see everything. But if you being you, then there's nothing that you gotta be scared of. If you being authentically you, because I see through to your truth. So if you matching what I'm seeing, then I'm welcoming you. You understand me? There's some people that'll be nervous like, nah. Or there's certain people that think of you so good that they don't feel like they good enough. And it's like, baby, I wouldn't even look in your direction if I ain't think that I felt a connection, if I ain't feel something towards you. You be authentically you, and that's going to take you a long way. But let me say this. There's certain individuals that are scared to approach you because they're still looking at themselves like the old them. They haven't got used to their new view. So this is like somebody who used to be a certain weight and they lost weight and their confidence hasn't caught up with them yet. Or somebody who used to be quote unquote ugly when they was a kid and they had a glow up and now they beautiful. And you like, damn, yo, you like, do you know that you beautiful? And you like, what? Like you all shot? No. So there's certain individuals that are scared to approach you because they feel like you are better than them, not even realizing that they had to be like you in order for you to give them some type of attention. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you, chosen one. So right now, be you. Be open to love as well. But see through signs and synchronicities because the devil's going to try to come dressed in disguise as them. No, you see through on that soul level. Intuitively, if you don't feel right about them, get their ass away from them. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. Tell them. They got to stay away from you. I don't think so, chosen ones. But listen, I got to get up off of here because I do have a few things to do. Please remember, I'll never reach out to you for a reading. You got to be ready to receive it. Thank you so much for y'all who have giving me gifts, y'all's donations. I appreciate you because I'm relocating. So that definitely came as a clutch. I appreciate you. You understand me? I'm going to upload this live later on my YouTube. But please remember, if you need me, baby, you know how to reach me, all right? I love you. You continue to be great.